Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Brotato Extato, the arena survival action roguelike itself modded. We are going to be diving back into the mod to try out a new weapon that seems completely game-changing. So I did mention that we would do it on the administrator just because it's a baseline character that lets you play around with the new weapons, but the weapon I want to try is available as a starting weapon for a character that will use it very, very well. So the one I want to try is the eye gun. It is a gun that scales off of 20% of your health. So obviously this sounds busted with Chunky, who gains lots of health and lots of damage percentage for health now. Like, it seems really logical, especially because it has 2 bounces. The bounces do have a 50% damage fall off, so that's definitely noteworthy as well, but still seems really, really good. So Chunky gets max HP modifications increased by 25%, 1% damage for every 3 max HP you have, and bonus HP recovered from consumables. Can't get lifesteal. Regen modifications are reduced by a lot, dodge is reduced by a lot, and speed is always 0. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. That means we can take a hell of a lot of speed downgrades, and it also just doesn't impact us, which is totally valid as well. It looks like this thing is shooting out more or less the alien eye visual, which makes a lot of sense. There's a melee weapon that scales off of it as well, but yeah, we're just going to be taking these as much as I can. Yeah, that's the one. Biological. Max HP and armor. I mean, that's just good. I don't know what to say, man. That's just good. I could take the meat club as well. It's interesting. Let's see. So it is a melee weapon that scales off of your armor, which I will want, obviously. And then it hits for HP. I don't know. Are we better off doing that or probably just focusing eye gun, I guess? I think we're better off just doing that. And then we can, you know what, we can play around with Meat Club later. Not a great sentence. We can play around with that other weapon later. But the bounces are really, really nice in this patch. Like, we've talked about it a million times, but it's just true. Wave clear is king right now. Like, single target is helpful and very, very nice, and you'll get into trouble if you have none. But wave clear is absolutely freaking king. I'll take a little bit of armor. Damage, nah. Lifesteal, nah. Do just want health. I'll take some attack speed. Oof. Okay. So, 20%. I wonder if it gets extra scaling as it levels up, or what it's going to do. If it gets extra scaling, we are going to absolutely ball out of control, because this is already really good. Like, the old Chunky, it would have been pretty good. Like, it would have made old Chunky a totally viable character. But current Chunky, I think, like, oh my word. The second we actually get guns, oh my word. Obviously, it's not that great yet. We only have 2. Max HP. Take the eye gun. Do I want this? I do. It's kind of expensive. I think I'll want it, though. I think I do. I'll take cake, because it's what? 1% damage for every 3 max HP. So this is just, it's just free. We also gain health. And this gains damage based off health. So yeah, it's a net gain in damage. Even though it's technically a 1% damage down, it is a net gain in damage because of the scaling on the weapon. Pulling from our HP. And if we ever get anything like, you know, alien eyes, the thing that does a burst of, you know, eye projectiles outside of our body based off of our HP. That is kind of clearly what this weapon, like the biological weapon line, is sort of based around. And I'm very excited by it. Like, the realm of weapons that scale off of things that aren't damage is a slippery slope. I have talked about in the past. It's a very slippery slope. This crit's for 2x. I'll take some crit chance. But I'm not going to lie. Oh, I got excited for a second. I thought it scaled with more. What's the deal? It has better base damage. What's the deal? This thing's not worth upgrading. I'm gonna upgrade it though under the assumption that it gets increased scaling at like epic or something. This is basically almost not better. 5 flat increase is nothing to write home about. Like for an upgrade, I sleep. Not getting attack speed upgrade, not getting any of that. I'm gonna keep on upgrading it though, like I said, under the assumption that maybe at epic it gets a percentage scaling increase. Because I would say that does make it a little bit more balanced. If it upgrades poorly, that makes this item a little bit more balanced here. So we shall see. We shall see. I'm going to take the attack speed first. Max HP is just nice to have here. This thing is it's just kind of broken. I don't know what to say. I got to go for it. Guaranteed a weapon here. I'm just going to take it. I'm going to say get rid of the rat. Get rid of that rat. Well, since the jump from common to blue isn't really that relevant, I might as well jump my blue into an epic before getting everything else up to blue. If that's the case, that it gets a scaling increase at epic, like the Locust Spreader. Because I was wrong. That did get a scaling upgrade at epic when I thought I only got it at legendary. So, but look at this. We're starting to scale. Starting to ball out of control. We got a lot of survivability too. Important not to forget. But the thing about this character, the stats, like the HP regen, stuff like that, it's going to be difficult to get regeneration. I'll take 8%, sure. Okay, so we're going to combine. Okay. At that rank, it gets a very gentle... So range damage doesn't help us, yeah. It gets a very gentle attack speed increase to go along with another flat damage up. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I guess that's... The thing is, you're getting so much HP probably as you level up. Like, just this thing existing is good enough. But the question arises, why would I even spend money on this past common, right? Like, I'm just better off using my money to buy HP then, I suppose, right? So this may be a much more balanced item than I thought. And by balanced, I mean it might be a much more weak item than I thought at first glance. I will say the fact that it does at least get some attack speed increase is very, very helpful for it. Very, 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 very helpful. Yeah. Crown. Oh, if only. Maybe Meat Club scales. I will say Ugly Tooth will be really nice. Couple eye guns. I'll combine it into Legendary. Maybe if we get there, then I'll see what the point of scaling it up is. But my current guess is that I should just be... You go 6 commons of this, and then scale up HP. Which I wouldn't consider it to be even necessarily a design flaw, you know? If that was the case. That wouldn't really be that bad. I think that there maybe should be more items where you have, like, do I want to be upgrading this? Or would that money be better spent elsewhere? I think it's not inherently a problem. In fact, it could be an interesting space to play around with where some upgrades just aren't quite as good as others. Like Fist is an incredible upgrade weapon. Like, combining Fist, you get so much value. Flat damage on a weapon that attacks that fast is a lot more valuable, for example. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. More damage. more funny. Show me another one of the eye guns so that I can combine this and see. Yeah. What am I missing? Is it, I think it's just the flat increase. Which, I guess, for what it's worth, Chunky doesn't care as much about that. We do get naturally scaling percentage damage by getting more health. So, it's not that it's bad. It's like, I'm not saying there's no reason to upgrade it. But I don't know that it's cost-effective. I don't think it's cost-effective. And I don't think that there's another weapon or many weapons in the game where I would really say that about. But by the same token, kind of the train of thought I'm trying to really explain here is that could be a benefit of the weapon as well. Like, if you're telling me there's a weapon that's just as good at full, like, 6 commons as it is at 6 legendaries, and it is good, like, that just means, hey, that's a really cheap weapon. You don't have to really spend that much on upgrades. Like, that's a good thing. If it is that good. No. Good God, where's my health? Like, I feel weird about upgrading it. Raw health, please. I wish that I thought I could get away with it. I don't know. Maybe it should start out at 15, go to 20, 25, 30. Would it be broken on... I don't think that would be broken on anybody but Chunky. And I think that to a certain extent with Brotato, you can't balance some weapons and items around a specific character. You know, because there's some situations where certain items and certain things are they're just broken on certain characters. Like, that they're game winning on a specific guy. But hey, I'm definitely liking the flat damage increase right now. But yeah, typically one of my last stat upgrades that I get excited about on weapon upgrade, because it's not inherently that scalable unless we're talking about rocket launcher, in which case you should be building percentage damage anyways, and pretty much almost only that. No, I'm not capping my HP on this freaking character. That's stupid. I cannot for the life of me find more health. That is very strange. Did none of the items that they added to the game give you health or something? There's another one of them bad boys. I feel like that, wait. Does the knockback go up? I wouldn't call that necessarily an upgrade, though, if it did. Not with a bouncing weapon. Unless the bounces don't... Do the bounces not knock back? I don't think they do. Wait, was that hard-coded? That might have been hard-coded to make it so this weapon doesn't suck. Because if they had bounce and, you know, the bouncing shot had 20 knockback, that'd be very bad. All right. I don't know. We're getting lots of percentage damage. Like, I'm pivoting my playstyle to try and take advantage of that flat damage. Like, normally I prefer flat stat increases in attack speed, but if you're going to be upgrading in that way, then I guess percentage damage is better today than normal. I'm going to need regen at some point. And I cannot get it through lifesteal. Absolutely. Wait. Oh my god. 1 HP regen for every 5 max HP you have. 1 armor for every 5 max HP. 1 lifesteal. That doesn't matter. Minus 5% speed. Doesn't matter. Minus 20% damage. Does matter, but we're going to get so much value over the course of the run that I don't care. Bean Teacher, it might be too late for me to really care. We do have 3 elites, which is a little gently concerning. Yeah, that item is busted for this character. I think there's no way in hell we beat this mini-boss. We kill the mini-boss. Yeah, not seeming very feasible. Alright. Just get as much money as possible. Our AoE good. Single target bad. Ow. Okay. Our damage is passable. It is totally passable. We crossed, like, the threshold we need it to be fine for waves. That dodge should go in the MoMA. Okay. Now just get money. We have so much health, we can just get money. Insect turret. I'll definitely take that. Do I want more percentage damage? I want health. The game's just not giving it to me. I was gonna say, I'm gonna lose my mind, man. That's actually really good. There's a lot of stuff here that is really good. Yeah, Wandering Bot and Snail are good since we can increase our speed. Did we get Ugly Tooth? We did. Since we can't increase our speed, the best we can do is decrease theirs. Okay. Man. We could scale so well if we just started finding health items. We got an absolute roller coaster of destructive scaling if we just found health. I've also been under the impression that Pumpkin doesn't increase the lost damage from bounces. Oops, is that a bad assumption? Does it do that? Pumpkin specifically says piercing damage. So I've been under the impression it's piercing damage. But maybe it helps with bounce too. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, fine. Show me an epic of that, I'll obviously take it. My crit chance is pretty mediocre anyways. 5 health is actually, what? Yeah, it's just a little bit more. 6-ish. I think we take it anyways. I think that we just care so much about health. Maybe this one? Especially if I'm close enough to hit with the AoEs here. Yeah, I think we can. This is my favorite mini-boss to fight. It's a fun pattern to dodge and everything, and also, like, I just like it because it's more likely that you kill it on most runs. That being said, it's in an awkward position now. I need to get really close. Like, I need to almost be inside of it. This is dangerous. Okay. If I kill it, I get a full heal. So I'm going for it. Risk it all. There we go. Oh, oh, this is a nightmare. Yeah. I mean, Host Wave, we suck at Host Wave. Host Wave is the worst for us. We did it, though. 12% damage, 5%. I mean, I don't really care about my dodge anyways at this point. 97. I guess I'll take that for 97. 78 damage. Yeah, that thing just scales better. It doesn't have bounces, though. That thing just scales better. I'm taking it. Man. Good God. Just give us armor? Yeah. Well, that helps that a lot. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this feels stronger. I picked the wrong one. This one actually scales. Good God. Who would have thought? I thought this was a shoo-in to be one of the most broken weapons. Part of me is happy to find out that it's not as broken as I thought. But part of me wishes it was more broken. I can't deny. The club seems like it is doing kind of what I wanted it to do, but it's worth noting that it's really only as good as it is because the Ultra Mush is as good as it is. Kind of ridiculous. Basically made it so that all of that HP scaling we got initially got cram-packed right into armor as well without us having to try. Is it worth it just for the 5 health? 119, pretty much just for 5 health? Sure. Whatever. Don't care about my speed going down. Don't care about enemy speed. I'm sure. If I could get negative speed at it, which I can't, this is interesting. Basically, it's 100% attack speed if I'm standing still. I think this is so worth it. It's just weird. I don't have it yet. If I'm standing still, I get to be a little bit of a Gatling. Which I think we can make work. And the fact that it gives us the HP regen as well. Obviously don't love the whole stand still idea, but again, that item, I said that the last time I saw it too, it makes it a little bit more appealing to me because it's a more engaging version of the archetype. The reward actually seems more worth it, and it gives you a little bit of actual genuine benefit even if you're not interfacing with it. So that's what's really appealing to it. I'm just practicing like what it's going to look like when I get it and seeing how I feel about that. The fact that because it also gives us HP regen equal to our attacks, or like roughly equal to our attack speed. I mean, no. Fine. Whatever. So that when we're standing still, we get that too. I guess we might as well have this. Okay, so our HP regen is 24. If we move, it's 19. So we do gain a good solid amount. Interesting. Do the good old thing. God, I do love actually moving, though. Can't deny. But look how fast we're attacking. This isn't a horde wave or anything even, is it? I think we inch around. Kind of like stutter step into another section. Is this going to work particularly well on the boss? No. That's always where standstill builds have truly fallen apart. But it puts up a fight though. I want another. Where are the weapons? Where are they? All right. This is the summoner, which I have to move around. I can't let these exist. Okay. What's my regen look like? Terrifying. Ah! It's how I do the most damage, but it's also risky. If I'm standing still, I am doing more damage, but it's like I need to make sure I'm doing it to them, so I need to move and then stop, move and then stop, move and then stop, and we're back at full health. This character loves that abuse of mechanics right there. the full health heal. Like, if you don't know about that, you'd be afraid to play this character against that guy in that way. Because you're like, oh, well, if I go down to 20 HP, I'm screwed for the wave. Nah, you go down to 20 HP, you kill the boss, you're just back at 100, dude. It's amazing. It's one of the little unexplained gimmicks of the game that is, I think it's really important to know. Oh, interesting. It's worth it. It's worth it. We do gain the dodge to go back into the positive. And now dodge is immediately, suddenly, very appealing. It's wave 19. We don't care about that. That being said, I seem like I can't find any. Oh, blanket is incredible for us. I guess I'll take that too. Because it does work, apparently, in wave. We should be good. Not really the enemy you want to stand still on top of, but like the extra attack speed and the regen, they're no joke. I think we've built into the auto battler. I think we've done it. Yep. I think this is the mythical sort of like standstill kill build of the tanky variety, which I've always been interested in. Oh, that's a weird one. I think I'm gonna say no. Another eye gun. I never found another one of these. The second I caved, the game said no. No more. Okay, well there's one. And now I have no way to like clean combine to get it. I'd have to. It's just not worth it. It's sad. Sad stuff. Yeah, this thing. I would say. Look at that. Because this is what I'm talking about. Blue weapon, 82 damage. 7.76 cooldown. A legendary, 107.71 cooldown. That is not that big of a jump for 2 tiers of upgrades. You know what I'm saying? Hell, give it another bounce. Give it another bounce. It loses 50% of the damage anyways. Give it another bounce, right? Why not? I don't know. Maybe it should start with one bounce, upgrade to 2, etc., etc. Oh, this is okay. Well, we can't stand on these, but like, I also can't really move. Stand still kill builds. Not fans of the bosses. Kind of have to stutter step it to take quasi advantage. I forgot that like we are absolutely not scot-free. Like I think we are now. Yeah, we're good now. As soon as the one's dead, we're totally fine. That guy is so much worse than this one for this build. Stupid. Oh. Weird. Yeah. The big thing I want taken away from this conceptually is it's tough because I think that Igon was probably played and balanced around this character, but it's important to note this gun would be very bad on anybody else. That's kind of the thing. It's like, do you have to balance a weapon around a character? Because that's tricky. That's really, really tricky. Because truthfully, Chunky is just broken now. Like, that's kind of the case. Today was broken because Chunky is broken, not because this weapon's broken. It just didn't scale incredible. The Meat Club, however, kind of scaled like really, really, really well. You know, scaling with armor and health, though, is a little bit tricky because we have... Okay, this arm. This Ultra... Okay, this item. Imagine if we could have lifesteal too. Like if we didn't even the lifesteal thing didn't even matter. Imagine if it did. Oh my god. Either way, that is that. That's gonna do it here for today. iGun, very fun. I love it conceptually. Meat Club, I think I really like it too. I think it seems really, really good. Meat Club seems like the stronger one of the two if I were to guess, but it's tricky because you have to juggle two stats. I don't know. iGun could get a scaling buff. Poor Chunky is just going to make balancing that weapon tough for you. I don't know what to say. Just the fact that Chunky exists will make that tough to balance. If you're playing with, character in mind, like, yeah, I don't want it to be too strong on Chunky, then you're going to be very limited, unfortunately. But very fun run regardless. Alas, that is that. That's going to do it for the day. Thank you for watching. Check out the channel. Roguelikes and more every single day. You can pick up the mod with the link at the top of the description there. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for new Brotato videos every single day, as long as you guys support it. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.